There are very few games that not only entertain and challenge, they fascinate and intrigue. And then there's Bloodborne, a masterwork born not of imitation but inspiration. I dare say it's not merely a game, it's more like a descent into a world both grotesque and sublime where beauty decays and madness slowly takes over the streets and alleys of Yharnam. Today we'll explore why Bloodborne is a game every discerning player must experience, not just to play it, but to understand how games can become a lightning in a bottle of art, mechanics, and myth converged. There's no hand-holding and no narration in the traditional sense. It's there for the keen-eyed. The omniscient voice in the background is not there to cradle you through the nightmare. Instead, Bloodborne speaks in fragments, and sublime visual storytelling, as any worthwhile piece of media does. The city of Yharnam and its surroundings is a cadaver on a mortician's table, its inhabitants' veins coursing with the remnants of a miracle or a curse. You uncover the narrative by the means of your own curiosity. A chalice here, a child's lullaby there, a chant of the chorus in Latin perhaps. Clues that link the grotesque to the divine, or maybe cosmic. Like any true gothic horror, Bloodborne knows that fear is most potent in the shadow. That the unknown, not the explained, is what lingers in the mind. Where other combat-focused titles teach caution, Bloodborne demands ferocity. Its combat is a relentless waltz, a misstep and you bleed. If you maintain your composure and lean in strike, well timed, and you'll get your life back. This is not a game that rewards passivity. Risk and reward are bound together. Every enemy has a rhythm, a vulnerability hidden beneath its monstrosity. Its appearance giving it away. Every boss is a lesson, not only in tactics but in resilience and observation. You're not taught through tutorials, you're taught through your own mistakes, and that makes triumph feel earned, not given. The world of Bloodborne is not simply dark. It is designed meticulously, single-mindedly to disturb and enthrall. Victorian-era inspiration pours through every alley, cathedral and gutter. However, there is no historical replica. It's a tapestry woven from myriad nightmares, the brooding dread of Dracula, the wild, shape-shifting terror of Berserk, the oceanic curse from Junji Ito's Gyo and Uzumaki, where men return, not as men, but as something else. Bloodborne is obviously Lovecraftian, but not merely in appearance, but the cosmic disque beneath the surface of sanity, inner and outer visions. Nothing exists here as mere decoration. Every grotesque form, every slouching beast, every crumbling spire, all adhere to the one unified visionary nightmare. Music in Bloodborne is celebrated for its excellence. It's used sparingly, there's no constant score to numb the silence, but when the music begins, it commands you and sets the tone perfectly. String and choir swell like the cries of the ancient gods, from the tragic howls of Father Gascoigne to the blinding grandeur of Ludwig the Accursed. The compositions elevate every encounter into something operatic, theatrical, almost sacred, twisted and sinister. Even the choice to keep silence elsewhere, being intentional as if the world itself is listening back, serves the atmosphere. In Bloodborne, discovery is its own reward. The game never tells you where to go, and yet every path you take feels natural. A new street corner may lead to a cathedral, or a realm beyond sanity and reason. An innocuous lantern may unlock a passage to the beyond. Even death teaches something, and every return, each cycle of blood and insight feels a step closer to uncovering the truth. Some games encourage exploration, but Bloodborne demands pilgrimage. Each page from the art book of Bloodborne could be hung on a wall. The architecture, baroque, gothic, and crumbling. The creatures, warped, yet they start making sense. This is not chaos for its own sake. It is designed with intention far beyond our comprehension. Form follows function. Wings too large to fly speak of hubris. Eyes that multiply on flesh speak of truths glimpsed within unfathomable depths. The homages to horror and fantasy abound, but they are never derivative. They couple to give birth to something new, give a new twist on life within a singular artistic canon. Of course, no masterpiece is without flaw. On PlayStation 4 and 5, Bloodborne suffers from uneven frame rates, and some exquisite content is buried beneath the labyrinthian chalice dungeons. But time has mercifully changed some of that. Thanks to Shad PS4, Bloodborne now runs on PC at 60 frames per second, in stunning 2K or even 4K resolutions, faithfully emulated, passionately preserved. And while the chalice dungeons remain divisive, they're optional, and in their strange procedural repetition some may find serenity, others torment and tedium. Bloodborne just celebrated its first decade. Succumb to the seduction, descend, and in doing so, ascend. It's a game that challenges what games can be, where narration is told through architecture and atmosphere, where horror births beauty, where death is not failure but an invitation. For those who have walked the twisting paths of Dark Souls or Elden Ring, this is what you've been missing. The bloody, beating heart at the core of Miyazaki's artistry. Yharnam does not beg for you to visit, it waits, patient, unblinking, until you're ready. And when you are, what you'll uncover, you will not forget.
Ah, you found yourself a hunter.